What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers Fireplaces. Now I'm not in front of a product like I normally am. I'm at my desk because I have an awesome new teaser video of a brand new product that Kamado Joe has coming out. Let's get going. So it feels kind of weird just standing in front of my computer here because I don't have any actual product to get my hands on. But we wanted to give you a sneak peek, talk about a new product Kamado Joe has coming out. We'll be setting up pre-orders. Make sure you guys subscribe, helps out our channel a ton. Let's dive in, let's start this video, then we'll talk about it. I'm excited. You guys excited? Let's go. That's right, baby. What do you guys think it is? To me, it looks like a Kamado kettle. So it's not a ceramic grill, but a kettle grill, which would compete really well with like a Weber kettle series. So this is just a couple quick little highlights. We'll kind of show it to you. This is all we got right now. This is a prototype. And we'll talk about some of the features, what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's go back to the beginning here and just start with it. So you can see, like a regular, any old Kamado Joe, it's gonna have that classic Kamado Joe color, so red kettle series. Now you notice this here, this isn't your typical kettle grill. Normally a kettle grill, the lid's gonna sit right on top and then you're gonna lift it up. Now this looks familiar, and now all of you Kamado Joe fans, what would you say that is? Well, that's right, it's a slow roller. So just like our most popular feature in the Classic 3 and the Big Joe 3, that thing's gonna produce 20% more smoke. They've designed that and integrated it into a kettle grill. Pretty sweet. Let's look at some other features here. So, showing us the charcoal, I guess. Now what else do you notice here? So again, unlike a regular kettle grill, we're gonna have a full ceramic charcoal basket or burn pot. So we're gonna have our ceramic insets. Now, that's gonna do a couple things. One, obviously that's gonna help us have heat retention, because the big difference between like a Kamado ceramic grill and a kettle grill here is gonna be this, just with the thinner metal, you're not gonna be able to hold heat retention, not nearly as good as a ceramic grill. So this should help your charcoal basket or where your firebox is to retain a lot more heat. So I definitely like that feature. And because again, like the regular Kamado style, they're smaller pieces. So if you had any thermal damage or anything, you could just simply replace a piece if you needed to. Looks like it's sitting inside a stainless steel basket too. All right, what else we got here? Charcoal lighters, don't need to see that. Okay, here's our slow roller. So you can see it's an inset. Looks like there's some gasket material under here. That's gonna sit right on top. Now, one thing I don't see is that it looks like this piece here is fixed. So you're only gonna wanna use that for low and slow. Normally on a slow roller, you don't wanna be above 500 degrees. So that would be it. So the only thing I'm not seeing, and we'll get to the next point here, is how you'd go direct heat with the lid closed if you wanted to go hot. Because there's your cooking grates, they're gonna sit on top of the slow roller. Now here's my next question. So if the slow roller is low and slow only, obviously you can't take the slow roller out. This thing would be sitting like this with this hinge way up. So I have a couple questions. That almost looks like a knob back there where we could lower our hinge. So my question is that hinge gonna be adjustable so the lid could close without the slow roller on? Or like in most cases, if you're cooking direct high heat, the lid's probably open anyways. You're probably just cooking more over an open fire. That's a question that we'll need answered. What else? So again, their control tower, let's go back here. Control tower, very similar to the existing Kamado Joe style. Looks like that's gonna be weatherproof. So we're gonna be able to adjust our air outtake there. Nothing new there. So ribs look pretty good. Temperature control, that's about the same. Looks like it's gonna come with some side shelves and then a metal ring here, and then our handle here. Again, our slow roller here. And then just like other classic, like the Classic 3, for example, There's gonna be our ash clean out and our air adjustment down below. So the actual structure or build style looks very, very similar to like the Classic 2, for example. So that's it in a nutshell. So let's talk about some features that you're gonna get here that you would not normally get with a regular kettle. Now, what do you think? Let's talk about the size of this. So we have our Classic 3, which is 18 inches, our Big Joe, which is 24 inches. The new Kettle Joe is 22 inches, so it's gonna be in between the two sizes. Now, I'm not thinking it's a coincidence that the Weber Kettle series, which is the best-selling kettle on the market, is 22 inches. What size do you think this is? 22 inches. There's a reason for that. See, if it wasn't enough for Kamado Joe to completely decimate and destroy or cannibalize sales from Big Green Egg in the Kamado series, now it seems like they're taking on Weber too. Bold move, bold move. So I definitely think that this is gonna be a pretty cool setup. Again, here's sort of the quick selling points here. So we have a 22-inch cooking surface, our they're calling it the hyperbolic ring or the slow roller. Hinge lid. Now that's definitely unique to a kettle series. Most kettle series you're gonna have to, hold, or they have a hook on the bottom that can hold it in place. This is just gonna swing out of the way, which is pretty nice. Ceramic firebox, folding side shelves, and ash drawer clean out. So, pretty cool design. The question is what's the need for this? Let's talk about, that's some of the design features. I definitely think it's gonna be really, really cool. We'll have to get our hands on it and just see. This is just sort of a sample size here. But why would you want this? Well, first of all, if you're a Kamado fanboy, you probably have all their grills already, so you might as well add one to the collection. But essentially, it's not going to be quite as good as the traditional ceramic grill. Now, why could we say that? It's just the metal kettle. It's just not going to hold temp, not nearly as good as the ceramic. May not be a big deal in some climates. Here in Colorado, when you're doing cold cooks, nothing is going to top like the Classic 3, for example, or the Big Joe 3, that's gonna have performance in any temperature. But there are advantages to this. One being that it's a kettle grill. It's gonna be a lot lighter weight. So I could see this definitely being a good replacement for like the Joe Jr., let's say, or another portable grill. This I could see thrown in my truck and hauling around a lot easier than like a Classic 3, where you need 3-4 guys to lift it out of a truck. This, if you're doing a picnic, afternoon volleyball at the park or something, I would gladly throw this in the back of the pickup truck to use it out and about. But the biggest thing with this is gonna be price driven. So the Classic 3 and the Big Joe 3 are awesome, awesome machines. I think they're top of their class. Biggest problem with them is they are expensive. They're definitely you're gonna drop a couple grand, maybe a little less on the Classic 3, but you're gonna drop some coin. And so this is great if you're on a budget and you just can't swing that. This is gonna be about $400 or so, so a fraction of the cost. So that's obviously the biggest advantage with this, is gonna be more budget friendly. I could also see this coming in handy. Let's say you're just dabbling into the smoking game and you're not ready to commit that type of money and you really wanna see if you like it. This could be a great starter grill to get you into this spot to really see if it's something you're gonna enjoy. So I definitely think it has its place. And I think it's safe to say that it's definitely gonna eat up a lot of market share in the kettle space. I have no question about that. These guys definitely do a great job with their R&D department. The Classic 2 was already above and beyond all the other kettle grills on the market. Then they came out with the Classic 3 with the slow roller, and that thing just exploded. So they kept making it better. So I assume that's gonna be the case here. They're not just settling for they could have put out a kettle grill, has the Kamado Joe name, it would sell if it's just a basic red grill. But they've actually put some cool features into this, which I really like and I'm really excited about. My only question though is, in our ceramic firebox that's gonna be in the bottom, obviously we're gonna retain a lot of heat there. But with just the basic top, I'm wondering if we're doing some really long cooks, like a brisket or something, because it's gonna retain so much heat on the bottom, if we could have some even temp control issues. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. So this is it. We're really excited. Like I said, we'll be including a link down below for pre-orders. Expect this to be months and months away. So you definitely want to get in on the first batch because the lead times are going to be extravagant on these because it's Kamado Joe. That's what they do right now. And so anyways, we have our pre-order in. We have some of these coming. Make sure to get your guys' order in. But yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts. I'm super excited and I'd love to hear your guys' comments on this brand new product coming out by Kamado Joe. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more.